which is sine over cosine.
When I was in college, basically, is when I decided. I enjoyed education. Most teachers, I think, enjoyed going to school themselves. And when I enjoyed that, I enjoyed high school, enjoyed college. So I kind of gravitated that way.
Once you've got those two vectors, again, they have a common tail. You create the parallelogram.
Basically, you actually really learn something when you try and teach it. I enjoy the learning process, and so I wanted to continue in that. When I began teaching, it was common to have lectures that would go on for most of the period. You have to change what you're doing sometimes. You'll go from a lecture method to a calculator to independent work and back again. That's one of the ways you adapt. We communicate very closely in the math department here at Weslaco High School. We share materials, we share teaching methods, we share ideas at work.
Okay, if you're given two vectors, say this is vector A and this is vector B.
You have to be patient. You have to talk to people who, especially other teachers who are teaching the same subject, and find out methods work, techniques you can try. Analyze yourself, decide what you're doing that works as a teacher, what you're doing doesn't work as a teacher, and you have to be able to change that. Most important is a knowledge of the subject. They're going to be using it later on. It's not like you can, if you study one section of history, it's useful, but it's not absolutely necessary to study some other section of history. Math, you have to. It lays a foundation. Otherwise, the students will feel lost in their subsequent classes. I think that the next 10 years are going to be really exciting in math. If you come back 10 years from now, I think the way subjects are taught is going to be completely different. We're just barely beginning to understand how we could use the internet as a tool. Schools like Stanford, Harvard, MIT are trying to put that together. There was a couple of professors at Stanford last year who offered classes online, not for credit, but they had hundreds of thousands of students see their class, take quizzes, get grades. Now again, it wasn't for credit, but you can start seeing how that sort of system could really be beneficial, not only in the university level, but high school level, where individual tutorials are readily available to anyone with an internet. I hope they remember that I was there for them when they needed help with math, because that's my function. I try to be here before and after school, and I was willing to work with them. I guess that's what I'd like them to remember about me.